You see that ugly drywall backer there behind the mini split? That one there? I'm going to show you how I went from that to that using just two 4x4 posts. I'm using Douglas fir posts. I bought them at Home Depot for around 20 bucks a piece. And the trick here is to cut it at an angle. In this particular case, I'm doing a 22.5 degree angle. So I'll make the first cut at that angle. Then I'll rotate the post. As you can see, I'm gonna do it right here. Rotate it a quarter turn. Then I make the next cut. So each cut has a different angle compared to the one from the previous cut. So you repeat the process. You go all the way down the entire post. In this case, I covered around 12 square feet, and I used two posts. So it was about 100 or so pieces that I ended up using to cover that area. So have your wife come out in a bikini and give you a bite of ice cream and start sanding. Once you have all of the pieces cut, you're just gonna knock down any rough edges. You're not gonna go crazy here. It's just kind of smoothing out the piece. It's going to be up high in my case, so it's nothing that you're going to touch or see. But basically sand each piece, and then it's time to stain. In this case, I'm using Minwax Early American Stain. I use that on a lot of projects, and it usually turns out pretty well. So you're going to put stain, and if you want to put poly, which I did, I polyed each piece individually. And at that point, I was ready to start putting them up. So I'm just using a brad nailer. I've got 18 gauge brad nails. They're 1.5-inch nails, and I'm just going piece by piece, nailing them in. Setting them up is really, it's just randomness, basically. You're just, whatever the piece before was, you want to go in an opposite direction. And there's really no right or wrong here. It's totally your artistic style, whatever you think looks good. But I'm just going around piece by piece. It's a very tedious process, but don't rush. Just make sure that each piece is setting in there nice before you nail it, and you want to hit it from multiple different directions with the nail gun so it stays in place. And then I just framed it out using some 1x that I ripped down to the right size for this particular application. Get your wife to go up there and decorate with some nice plants, and bam, look at that. I've never seen another mini split in anyone's house with something like that around it. I hope this gave you some inspiration for a project like this you could do on your own. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments.